Hey there, Friday Night Movie fans. Another All-Star Comic-Con special coming to you. This episode features some amazing kids. Yeah, Kids Rule Comic-Con. And we've got not one but two interviews from day one and day two of Violette of Violetteverse, one of the official cosplay ambassadors of All-Star Comic-Con, as well as a couple of very nice gentlemen, Ben and Logan, who shared their awesome thoughts on comics and movies and other great things. So enjoy the show. Here we are, the Friday Night Movie Podcast booth at All-Star Comic-Con. We are with an ambassador of the All-Star community, the great Violette of the Violetteverse. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Violet. So, Violet, you are an epic, well-known, well-traveled cosplayer, correct?
Yes.
Right. And what are some of your favorite cosplays?
I'm gonna have to pick 5.
5. All right, you get to pick 5. You
Okay.
can pick as many as you like, ma'am.
So the first one might be Samurai Raven,
All right.
Kid Pool Domino, Kevin.
She did a bit as Kevin from All Star.
Kevin?
Yeah. And then my 2 last ones are going to be
Kevin from All-Star. Oh, Kevin from All-Star Comic-Con?
Okay.
That's amazing.
And
Founder, so you cosplay as Kevin Bednar's, the founder, one of the co-founders of All-Star Comic-Con?
Mike.
And Mike. And Mike? We love Mike.
And
Mike's
then-
been on our
and
show now 4 times.
And then, ready? Our last one is gonna be super cool. It's gonna be, drum roll please.
Oh, that was a serious drum roll. That was a serious, Violet drum rolled the microphone, right? Are you all right, Violet?
Yeah.
Okay, because we didn't have you sign a disclaimer before you did this. All right, drum roll.
And it is Wheelie Fling Iron Man 2 Men.
Oh, she does the wacky inflatable tube man.
Oh, a wacky inflatable. Oh, the wacky inflatable tube man, like the wrestler Bailey
Yes.
has when she comes out. Do you guys
Yes.
know Bailey? Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna talk movies, Violet.
Okay.
All right.
I know all about movies.
All right. You know all about movies. All right. I'm gonna give you 3 animated movies. Okay. I love animated movies. I'm gonna give you 3, and I'm gonna need you to rank them 1, 2, and 3. You have to choose. You have to.
But what if I don't know if I haven't watched them?
If you haven't watched them, we'll X that one out. We'll pick a different one. But I
Okay.
bet I can guess 3 that you've seen. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1, Frozen. You seen it?
Frozen? Yes.
Number 2, Zootopia.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, see, I'm gonna stay with Disney animated. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you talking about first or second?
The first one, because I don't want to. The second one would make it too easy, because I didn't like the second one. So, oh my God, Violet! I'm sorry, I broke Violet's heart. I'm sorry, Violet. Are we still friends? Oh no, she's gone comatose. Fine, Wreck-It Ralph 2. You get to put that one in. So pick between Frozen, Zootopia, and Wreck-It Ralph 2. What is the order? 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. I think Wreck-It Ralph's first.
Okay.
What was the other one?
Frozen and Zootopia.
Zootopia, then Frozen.
All right. Now, why'd you pick Wreck-It Ralph? Now that's we oppose our views here. Why'd you pick Wreck-It Ralph 2 over the, I would say, the sort of crowd usual favorite of Frozen?
Because I'm not really into Frozen that much.
Okay.
I've watched it, but I didn't really like it.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
you're the one that has the frozen heart.
You're not
You're
talking.
made out of Frozen.
You're not talking to me. You didn't say I have a frozen heart.
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm
You're talking about Elsa.
Elsa.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
good. I just making sure you didn't mean I had a frozen heart. Okay. Now I want to ask you. So last night you guys went to the VIP party. You had a lot of
Yes.
fun. And there was some ice cream afterwards at the diner, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I want to ask you now a movie-related ice cream question.
Okay.
Okay. If you could have ice cream with one movie character, who would it be, and what flavor would you have?
Okay. Let's see here. Does it have to be?
Could be anyone. Your imagination gets to roll.
Wait,
here.
does it actually have to be imagination?
Any animated movie or regular movie?
Regular movie?
Because I was gonna pick Shady Haze.
Oh, then you can pick Shady Haze. She's a superhero.
Okay, Shady Haze.
All right, so Shady Haze. And what ice cream would you have with Shady Haze?
Maybe 1 scoop of vanilla and 1 scoop of Nutella.
Ooh, Nutella, fancy taste.
Shady's favorite.
Oh, Shady's favorite.
That's why.
All right.
Instead, we will get the same thing.
I think Shady is so cool. Such an inspirational cosplayer, right?
I gave her Nutella for a present today.
That is awesome. All right, Violet, what's been the coolest thing you've done at All-Star today? Or one of the coolest. You'd have to see the coolest.
That I got a rainbow ring.
A rainbow ring. A rainbow. You got one of the rainbow All-Star rings?
Yeah, for free.
Oh, wow.
It was a gift, right?
That is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a real special
Shout
ring.
out to Robbie. Everybody go interview or do something. Post them,
All right.
do stuff,
That's awesome. Well,
tag him, follow him.
where can people follow the amazing work you are doing, Violet?
At Violetteverse dot
No, just Violetteverse on Instagram, Facebook.
gmail. dot gmail.
Violetteverse on Instagram and Facebook? No, Facebook?
Yeah.
Instagram and
It's the
Facebook?
cosplay page.
That's a cosplay page. All right. Well, Violet, it is a pleasure having you on the podcast. You are welcome anytime. You and your whole family are part of the Friday Night Movie family now, and I wish you.
We might even go over there again.
All right. Well, you guys are welcome back anytime. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Here we are at the Friday Night Movie Podcast's booth at All-Star Comic-Con. We are with an extremely bright young man, a pop culture savvy young man. His name is Ben. Ben, welcome.
Hi,
Hi. How you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Are you having fun at the con?
I am.
What's the kind of thing that makes you want to come to a Comic-Con? I went to my first Comic-Con when I was about your age, so I know what you're talking about. But what brought you here?
The cosplay.
The
is
cosplay?
Yeah,
Do you like watching the cosplay, like seeing the different ones?
I do. It's pretty cool.
Do you have dreams of doing cosplay yourself one day?
Probably not, because it seems pretty hard.
Yeah, I actually don't like dressing up at all, but I
Yeah.
admire cosplayers so much. What's the coolest cosplay you saw today?
The Deadpool one.
Oh,
was
that
really
Deadpool
good.
guy was amazing. He came by our booth. He took an incredible picture.
Awesome.
So Ben, you spun the wheel, span the wheel, spin the wheel. I don't know. I was raised in Canada. My grammar is not amazing. And you got I Told You show. And for our listeners know what an I Told You show is, but I'll refresh you. It is a show for which you are so confident that I will like, or someone will like, that they'll watch it and they'll come back and they'll say, you get an I Told You show, and call you a genius. So you get to offer me up an I Told You show, and or tell a story about an I Told You show where someone else maybe deserves the award, and you want to say, hey mom, your mom's here at the con too, you introduced me to such and such show. I have tons of I Told You shows that I give my mom.
Yeah.
So go forth. I Told You shows. What do you got for me?
The Office, I guess.
The Office? Is that
Yeah.
for me to watch, or is
Yeah,
that okay?
for-
So you recommend? So The Office. So I'm fortunate
Let's see.
enough that I know The Office. But
Yeah.
if you had told me The Office, I would
Uh-huh.
have given you an I Told You show, because it is one of the great shows of all time.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the seasons?
I have, yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think of the 8th season specifically?
A lot of people don't like it, but it's actually one of my favorite seasons.
Really? Okay. Okay. I'm feeling this. Why is it one of your favorite seasons?
It has a lot of new characters introduced, and I like it when they leave the office because it feels really cramped.
Oh, okay.
So they go to a lot of new places.
Oh, that's cool. I like season 7, the one with Robert California.
Yeah.
That one I liked a lot. I like when they would go down to that other, they sell the triangles and stuff, the pyramids or whatever those were. I really like that. I didn't like season 8, but I admire your reasons. Those are really good reasons. And so,
Thank you.
Well done, sir. Now, do you have an I Told You show, like a show someone else has told you about? Like for me, there's a TV show called Chuck. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I highly recommend it. It is, it's a really fun, I think for your age, depending on what your parents let you watch, acceptable PG-13 kind of show where it's about a guy who works at like a Best Buy type store who he's kind of down on his luck, and he gets an email that zaps a supercomputer into his brain, and he essentially becomes a super spy, and he has to deal with being this like goofy guy, and now he's suddenly a spy.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant show. So for me, my best friend Josh told me forever to watch that show. I refused to, and then one day I watched it. It's my top 5 shows of all time. So do you have a story like that?
One of my friends, maybe 2 years ago, I want to say, recommended me Riverdale.
Oh, I'm a big Riverdale fan. Don't spoil the 3rd season. I have a few episodes to go.
I have not seen it either.
Okay, all right. Because if anyone tells me, I've gotten through this whole con with no one telling me who the Gargoyle King is, and I don't want to know yet.
They recommended to me for a while, and I tried watching it, but it seemed really dark. But once you get into it, you know, you watch a few episodes, you get kind of hooked to it.
Oh, yeah. Riverdale is... I wish my sister Becky was here. We're both big Riverdale fans. What I love about Riverdale is that it is completely bananas, right?
Yeah.
Like, the first season, they thought maybe it was going to be a little bit realistic, and then they're like, nope, we're tripling down on the crazy. Have you done season 2? Have you watched season 2?
I haven't finished it, actually.
Okay, all right. You'll see. Season 2, the last, 5 or 6 episodes of season 2 are some of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, you are an awesome, articulate young man. It is great having you on the show. You can follow us at Friday Night Movie on Twitter and Instagram, and please subscribe on Spotify or iTunes or wherever. And I will let you know when this bit airs, so you can check it out. But please, just you are now a member of the Friday Night Movie family from here going forward.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Here we are at the Friday Night Movie Podcast booth at All-Star Comic-Con. We have a very well-dressed young man with us. Logan, welcome.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
All right, so you got to educate an old man like me. You're wearing a costume. I admit, when I saw it, I did not know who this character was. Let me know who this character is.
So this character's Naruto.
Naruto.
He's from an anime and manga. It's like about ninjas and has to do with like chakras and kind of almost like a magical type thing.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds awesome. So what makes you pick a character like this to be your cosplay?
Well, like recently around like last summer I started getting into it. And I was like, this is a pretty fun series. So I decided to get a costume, and me and my friend like for Halloween did a pair thing, so I wore it here.
Oh, that's terrific. Okay, cool. I would say the animated thing with like mystical powers that I really liked, it's not recent anymore, but it's about 10 years old now, is Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. Have you ever heard of those?
Heard of Avatar, not The Legend of Korra.
It's the sequel. It's like the sort of series that came after. Anyways, have you seen it?
Not yet.
Okay, well, it has lots of mystical stuff too in it. So that was my stab at trying to be young and hip, but clearly I'm just not there yet. Okay. Are you a superhero fan?
Definitely.
Okay. Now, what types of superheroes are you into? Do you like big celestial, Galactus and Captain Marvel kind of characters? Are you more kind of like the Luke Cage, vulnerable, down to earth, like fighter types, or do you like something in between?
I like more like the obscure characters that not as many people know about.
Okay.
That aren't like in the MCU or anything.
Okay, like who?
Ghost Rider's one of the ones I like.
Oh, yeah.
Sentry's a cool one.
Now, which Ghost Rider do you follow? Like, who is the human in the Ghost Rider that you're interested in? Is it Johnny Blaze? Is it
Johnny Blaze?
Johnny Blaze. Okay, so classic Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I think when I was a kid, Johnny Blaze wasn't the Ghost Rider for a while. He was some other dude for a little while. Sorry, they're always doing interesting gimmicks. Okay, all right, Ghost Rider, that's a really good choice. Who else do you like?
I'm a big fan of Sentry.
Sentry, okay. Tell me about Sentry, because I know Ghost Rider, but you stumped me on Sentry.
See, Sentry's one of the very obscure characters. Not many people know about him, but he's like the strongest in the Marvel like comic universe.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I'm pretty sure the strongest.
Stronger than Hulk?
Yeah.
Stronger than Thor?
Yeah.
Because people often think because Thor's a regular-sized dude that like he's not as strong as Hulk, but he's really the only other one that could take Hulk, right? And then there's Sentry.
Sentry was in the comics World War Hulk.
Okay.
He was the one that had to defeat him.
Oh, okay.
Because Hulk's power is measured by his rage.
Ah, so Sentry was the one who had to take Hulk down. Does he? No spoiler. Well, spoiler alert. Tell me, does he win?
It's kind of a tie.
Oh, okay. All right. Classic Marvel thing to do is to have the heroes fight to a tie. Okay, I like that. Okay. Do you follow any of the other universes? DC, Valiant, Image, Vertigo?
I like DC.
Okay,
DC's good.
DC. All right. So Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Oh, whoa. Just right out of the box. You knew it.
I love Batman.
Okay. What do you love about Batman?
The fact that he just doesn't have any powers, he's just a normal guy. Like, even Captain America has, like, the superhuman stuff. And Iron Man has a special suit. And yes, Batman has his gadgets, but he's more of a guy dressed up in a bat suit with, like, crazy martial arts skills.
Okay, I like that. He's kind of a ninja in some ways,
Yeah.
right? I mean, in fact, I just watched this animated film that is, I think it's actually not for kids for some reason, that the DC Universe made. It's called Batman Ninja, and they made an anime version of Batman. DC Comics.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. It's pretty violent, so parents pre-screen before watching it. I definitely am not letting my kids watch it. But it was very, very, very cool. Okay, now Batman has a sidekick. One particular sidekick, Robin.
Yeah.
Are you pro Robin or against Robin?
I mean, there's just so many Robins. I personally like them.
Okay.
Like, Nightwing's cool.
Oh, okay, so the little Dick Grayson.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just really like Damian.
Damian.
Wayne.
Oh, Damian Wayne.
He's just kind of cool.
Okay, so you beat me to my question, which was, who are your favorite Robins? I'm a big Dick Grayson guy, and I'm a big Tim Drake guy. Tim Drake when I was a kid, Tim Drake got his own comic. He was the first Robin to get his own comic, and that was cool. And I liked his moves. He was very acrobatic. All right, if you could hang with a particular superhero, like in their lair or just sort of like in off time, not fighting, and just like a dude you'd want to just hang out with, or dudette, or celestial being, doesn't have to have a gender. Which character would you want to just like take an off day with? Go to the amusement park, go to the arcade.
See, probably Green Arrow, and not because he's my favorite, just because he's such like a funny, chill character.
So you want to party with Oliver Queen, don't you? Okay, that is, you're a wise man, Logan. All right, Logan, thank you so much for being a part of the Friday Night Movie family and for being a part of the podcast. You can follow us at Friday Night Movie on Instagram and Twitter, and keep listening and stay in touch.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for letting me come.
All right, here we are. We are back with Violet of the Violetteverse, and we are here with Lance, her dad. This is very special. Everyone knows I'm a dad. I love the fact that we are doing a family interview here, because Friday Night Movie is really about sharing our family. So now your family is sitting with us here.
Yeah.
So now Miss Violet said, in her own words, you said, we've got to go live today. So we are now live, Violet. And what message do you have for the Friday Night Movie audience? Because this is now your second appearance on the program.
Well, you can ask me some questions. I don't care.
All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay, here's my first question. You were the judge of the kids' cosplay contest.
Yes.
And when you were making your choices, what were factors? What were things that made you think a costume was good? Originality, effort, cuteness?
It's because that sword looks two bots. And you know, like, some people, when I say, oh, that looks bot, that's how good it looks.
Like they bought it somewhere, that's how?
Yeah, but I asked that kid,
And he made it?
his mom, he helped too.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Okay.
So that's what made me want to do it. And he had a really big sword.
Oh,
it was
wow.
like bigger than this.
Okay, wow. So now you talked about his mom. Now we've got your dad here, Lance. What does your dad do to help? Is he helpful?
Yes,
Oh yeah? What kind of stuff does dad help
he
with?
makes props.
He makes the props? That's incredible because you've got an awesome Zelda outfit on right now.
This is all bot.
Oh, that's bought.
Well,
Okay.
it's bought and modified.
Okay, bought and modified. And dad does the modifications?
Mom and dad, predominantly mom.
Mom does modifications, dad
yep.
does props.
Yep.
Okay.
But we usually do a little bit. We all work together
On the
at the
props.
same time with the whole entire costume from beginning to end. It's just I seem to know a little bit more on the prop side, and mom's definitely way better on the
Costume.
making something out of nothing side.
Sewing.
Okay, got it.
More
All right.
better than him.
So Lance, you have a marketing and events background, right? And here you are, you're doing this not for some company. You're doing this as a family affair.
Yep.
We're in a sense in Friday Night Movie marketing our family to a degree. What's that like for you guys? For us, it's been a joy. It's brought us even closer. How about you guys?
Same thing here. I mean, we get
Same.
to work as a family together and go to cons and basically just go around and making people smile. I mean, Violet wants to be a superhero in training, and all she wants to do is go around and make people smile. And it's an amazing thing that we can do as a family.
That's incredible. I love that.
Hey, you just stole all my quotes.
Oh, it's okay. You know what? Sometimes people step on your lines, but I got a question coming back at you, Violet, but I need you a little bit closer to the mic. I know you're taking with the cards here. Okay, so your dad said it brings you closer as a family, and it's a lot of fun. When your parents are working on the costumes, how do you give your feedback? Do you hover over them and say like stitch there, or do you more just give notes after they finish and like advice on how to fix it?
Advice.
Advice, okay.
I'm not that good at doing stuff because last time I sewed, I poked myself like 7 times.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, so you leave the sewing to your folks. That's fair. I appreciate that.
And sometimes the stuff I can't use because they're really sharp or they can hurt me.
So no Dremel work. No,
Okay, got it. Okay.
No rotary tools.
Okay, got it. All right, okay, that makes sense.
I could do good with a hot glue gun and scissors. That's it.
Okay, so who is a character that you haven't cosplayed as yet that you want to do, that you want to get the family together working on?
It's this. I have a diva costume, and I'm thinking about making the diva mech. The
Oh.
one that she sits in.
Okay.
And we're thinking of either painting him just like it, so I can sit on
Painting
his
your
shoulder,
dad? Painting your dad?
and then put like the bubble around his head so I can sit there, and it looks like I'm actually in it.
Act like you're driving a mech?
Yes.
That's her idea. The concept she wants to do is she wants to be diva, she wants me to be the mech, and she wants to make it that somehow she could get in a cockpit and move around.
I
So-
love your imagination, Dad. You got some ideas on how to make this happen?
I do, but we don't even have this. We wouldn't even have the space to start. I need to get a whole new
It's a
car just to
future.
put that one together.
It's
But
a
maybe in the
future.
future, maybe. I'm not ruling it out.
If I grow too fast, then we can't do it.
So Violet, what is the next con place you will be appearing that we can tell our listeners to check out your work?
BlurCon.
BlurredCon?
We will be at BlurredCon.
Oh, cool. Where is BlurredCon? Tell me all about it. I've heard about it.
Okay. When was it? June, July?
July 12th through 14th.
Let me say it. July to 12 to 14.
July 12th to 14th. And where does it take place?
South Virginia.
South Virginia. By the Reagan Air. Oh, Crystal City. All right, BlurredCon. All right,
What's
cool.
Crystal City again? That has all the crystals in the city.
I mean, I feel like it's a place Princess Zelda would be hanging out, right? Crystal City?
Yep. It sounds just like it.
All right, Violet. I want to say thank you for coming, not doing one, but 2 appearances on the program. Thank you, Lance. You're obviously a great dad, so I feel you there. And thanks.
Violet, peace out.
Well, I was going to ask you before you left. You always got to plug your handles. Where can people follow you?
Violetteverse.
Violetteverse on
That's
Instagram.
nothing.
Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter.
YouTube.
The one with Instagram is VI0.
I know.
Violetteverse.
It took me a couple of tries before I got the tagging right.
They got the first one shut down, so.
Okay, interesting.
I think somebody used it or something.
Okay.
It was the age.
Oh,
Got it. All right. Well,
payback.
thank you so much for being here. We shall see you soon.
Okay.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Bye.
This has been another episode of the Friday Night Movie Podcast. You can follow all of the Friday Night Movie shenanigans at Fry Night Movie on Twitter and Instagram, or FridayNightMoviePod.com. You can follow Lily at Chichi K Gomez. That's ChiChiK Gomez on Twitter. You can follow Becky at Paper BK Princess on Twitter. You can follow me at Pancake4Table. That's pancake, the number 4, and table on Twitter and Instagram. And our theme music is by What Does It Eat? Thanks as always for listening.